Good morning and welcome to Everyday Vlogging with Rich Pasini. Today is January 6, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. I want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. I hope you like the information I put out and it's helpful and you get a takeaway from it and you can learn something from it. For those who are new, this channel is all about exploring different areas, helping, sharing different techniques that I use to help me save money. That's what this channel is all about, folks. And if you want to explore with me, I really love to have you come along on the journey with me to save money and so on. I really do love saving money, and I love to share information and tips with you guys out there in the YouTube community and with my subscribers. So if you get a takeaway from any of this here, please drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And if you want to see me talk about different things, or if there's different areas of topics or something that you would like to, expand a little on, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to share that information with you guys. Whatever I know, I want to pass it on to you guys. That's what this channel is all about. So I hope you like it. I hope we could all, learn from one another, and I hope you keep coming back for more. So with that, I'm going to get right to it. I have some windows open up, well, quite a few windows open up. I want to expand a little on eBay, talk about how I brand, how I save money on branding, what I use. I want to talk about the printer I have. I also want to talk about recently I purchased cartridges from a company called Vipon, and I want to talk a little about that there. So it's a little about eBay, and a little about my own things I use, like as far as my printer and how I go about saving money. So that's coming up. Stick around. Thank you. Okay, before I get started with the other topics, I just want to share really quick with the new subscribers. I have some groups up here if you want to follow me on Facebook. This is the top-rated sellers group here for eBay. You don't have to be an eBay seller. You could join it. There's a lot. I think this group right now has grown to 1,252 people. I never thought it would take off like that, but I've been getting pretty much people response from every day, at least every day, from people trying to, not trying to, but signing up on this group. I didn't think we'd grow that fast, to be honest with you, but there are a lot of members there, and it's growing every day. At least I get 1, 2 like this today, this morning. I got, I think, 3 more people that want to, sign up for this group. So it is an open group for everybody. You don't have to be an eBay seller. You could be Amazon, Etsy, Poshmark, whatever you sell on. You're more than welcome to join this group. Ask questions. I encourage people to ask questions. If you can't, if there's something there that I can answer, I will help you out the best I can. And if I can't get the answer for you, I'm sure with the other 1,252 people, I think you can get some response from somebody there. Pretty good people, so you can check it out. Also, I'm going to close that window out. You could also follow me on Twitter. Okay, as you can see right now, I got 1,364 followers. This too, I didn't think was going to get that high. As far as that there, I'm pretty impressed with the amount of followers that people are following me. I do try to post on it occasionally. I don't do it as much, but I know every time I drop a video, well, that's because I have it set up for YouTube. So every time I drop a video in there, you're going to see these things pop up. Like this is the one I did yesterday, and this came up. For those who are YouTube creators, you'll know that you could set that up in your YouTube profile, that every time you create a video, it will automatically post to your Twitter account. Okay, but these are some of the things I have over here. As you can see, every time I post a video, it's going to come up here, so you'll be seeing more and more with this here. This is the video I did once before, like a couple days back, in regards to shopping with Vipon and how I save money, and that's when I talk to you a little about that there. So if you get a chance, please follow me on Twitter, and you may get some good information as well. All right, so that's one. And I'm also on Instagram. Okay, it goes under Richard J. Pasini. You can follow me. I only have 160 followers. I don't really do too much posting on here, but I want to do this a little more. I want to be more frequent with this here. I think it's a good channel to way to get exposure out there and talk a little about yourself. I'm sure a lot of people know about Instagram, and they know all the benefits of being on it. So you can check me out on there. And the other one, last but not least, is Pinterest. what I like about Pinterest is you could set up, you could also from eBay. That's what I'm going to show you too. On eBay, you could automatically from your listings. For these are for people who don't know. Okay, so I don't want the ones that are seasoned sellers that say, "Well, I know all about this," but this information is going out to the people who are newbies who are not too familiar with it. So I just want to share that information with them as well. But if you see all these postings here, these are things I sold, and you could save them in your Pinterest account. Okay, that's what I have here. I was selling this one time. This is still for sale, but that's what these things are here. This is a printer I recently sold. Yeah, I'm going to show you how they end up on your Pinterest account as well. And then I got, of course, more people. It goes under rjpasini.com, whatever. But so you could also, I guess, check me out on Pinterest as well. All right, that being said, let's get right to it. I just want to share this information with you guys. Like I said, that's what this YouTube channel is all about: sharing, helping, giving little ideas, a little insight as to how I go about things. And in some cases, it may be helpful to you guys, and I hope it can. Well, that old saying goes, "Don't look a gifted horse in the face." Oh, and one last thing before I just moved the cursor over here. I forgot this one here, most important. You could also follow me on, what do you call it there? YouTube. You can see over here, this is my YouTube channel. For those who are new, they already know this here. They probably hit this once before. But yes, you could also check me out on YouTube. Also, if you do like it, again, I always say, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to hit that bell notification icon if you want to be updated on when I post new videos. Okay, now we get to what I was talking about with eBay here. I got quite a few windows open up here, and I want to expand on some. But there's an old saying, you look at a gifted horse in the face, right? Sometimes, when they talk about sourcing and looking for, looking things, it could be right there, right in front of you. And what I'm trying to say is, folks, if you go along here, now I don't know how many of you guys out there will look at this stuff here, but sometimes when it comes to sourcing items, now eBay does a good job on that too. They try to help out in a lot of ways. I think so anyway. I know they get a lot of repercussion from sellers and buyers. They're not happy with the service. And I understand your frustration because I feel the same way. We do go, we go at times and we get upset when we don't make sales. I'm not happy about it either. But, the fact of the matter is there's a lot of competition out there. And with that there, we got to, take it for what it's worth. Unless you start your own, selling platform, this is what it's all about. But anyway, if you look up here, you'll have a save motors, whatever fashion. Now, I like collectible stuff. I like to look that up. Now, sometimes without going through all the research and, going here and going there, doing Google search, sometimes it could stare you right in the face. For example, collectibles. Now here, all right, Funko Collectibles, I'm not familiar with. I heard the name, I heard it once before, but I'm not 100% versed on it. So I click it on, I say, all right, what is it with these things, all right? Now, to give you an idea, you're probably wondering, okay, what are we talking about here? As far as like sourcing and stuff, sometimes you could just go right to the site itself, and just look at what people are selling on there and get an idea. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I seen these in the thrift stores, but I never really took a note of it to buy because I never really thought there was much for them. People would buy these things or be interested. But apparently, looking on eBay, and you can see it, I'm on eBay site, there are people that sell these things, okay? And you get the people watching it. Sometimes, like I said, I base things on watching, like people watch. Then I would also go to the sold listings to see if these things are actually selling. But as you can see here, you could just do your research just within eBay instead of going all over the place in some cases. Now, this is just a basic, research thing I'm using, the technique here, if you want to call it that. Rather than bumping here, there, and everywhere, and you'll get an idea of what people are selling. And look, if you keep scrolling down, you got the ones that are watching, right? We go back here, you got here. You got the first one, you got 31 watching, second one 11, third one, whatever, third one 77 watching. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people say, well, a lot of those people or those watches may not be particular, potential buyers. They may be your competition. I read that somewhere on one of the eBay community blog posts there. It could be. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I do the same thing myself. If I'm selling something and let's say it was one of these here, like this one here for $19.99, it's the same thing. I will put those people on my watch list to see if they're going to sell it. See what kind of activity they're getting. Are they getting any, and then see if they sold them for that price. So that's how I go about it. But you can see here, going down, going down. This person here apparently is into this here, right? These little dolls, what do you want to call them? 517 sold. Now, I don't know, that's the total of what they're selling it for or total of what eBay's compiling of what's sold. So I don't know. This may be what this one particular seller is selling, okay? And then it goes on a little more here. I'm not going to expand too much. I'm just trying to give you an idea of sometimes, like I said, you may go crazy looking for it. And the reason why I'm also bringing this into relation, I'm going to bump out of this screen here, is because well, I don't want to go to that one here, not that one yet. I'm sorry, guys. eBay came up with something similar. Source what's hot, earn more sales. Okay, now if you go here, it's a sourcing guide. It's going to take you to, I think it's, what is that there? Not Terapeak. Is it Terapeak? Anyway, when you click this on, it takes you to that a guide. I'm not really interested in the guide right now because what you got to do, it's a thing for a trial offer, free offer, and not free. It's free for for a 7-day period, I think. And you could type in information like that as well. But here, rather than going through this, eBay's telling you right here the things, again, how to source for certain things, vinyl records, rock, pop, right? And when you click on the drop-down arrow, it tells you limited edition, a product, and listing price recommendation. So they're trying to tell you, not trying to tell you, or telling you, if you're going to do it, the listing price recommendations, comes up from them. I guess their stats, they do their statistical abstracts on these things here, as far as like, studying or, researching what sells for the price range or whatever. You can see limited edition vinyl records, $19.99 and it goes up to $50.99 and so on and so forth. Then again, if you keep clicking down here, they have so many, well, they only have so many categories opened up here. We already did this one, that's the vinyl records. Then you got the CD pop records here, and they'll tell you the new releases are going for, between $9.99 and $14.99. CD box sets, $29 to $49.99, right? Then you can see more best-selling CDs. Same thing here, and it goes on and on and on. Well, it doesn't. They're not going to do a whole type of thing, but they'll tell you like textbooks. If you're a bookseller, these are the ones they say: medicine, education, teaching, math, law, environment, law and government, psychology, science. And again, they're telling you the prices of between a new and used. Okay, very good information. Notification, new and used. Reference history books, a biography, whatever. Same thing. Okay, so you could do the research right from within eBay instead of bouncing all around. That's why when you get, you see me, I am a person that's very curious by nature. All right, I'm a very curious person. I like learning. I like researching. I like digging into things more and more. I like to get really into it at times, So that's what I try to say. When I say look a gifted horse in the face, it's true. You could have the answers right in front of you without going all over here and there and everywhere, right? So keep that in mind, folks. The other thing I wanted to talk about was with the eBay Selling Hub, okay? Now, I know, again, eBay, they try to help people out here. They do, and in some cases they do. But the thing is, when it comes to analyzing your listing here, now, they give you sometimes your current price. And what eBay does is, I guess they do an overall spectrum on what everybody's selling here, and this is what the prices they may come up like. This is my current price, but when you click over here to analyze the listing, right, you click it on here, it'll give you a drop down menu, and it talks a little about that thing. Those are the only two so far they're talking about in regards to revising your listing. Now, the only thing I say is that this here, and I'm not speaking bad about what eBay is doing. They're, as far as I'm concerned, they are trying to help. All right, the way I look at it. And this thing over here on the sold listings, active listings, says, I guess this one here, I believe it's $64.76 with the shipping included. Now, if this is what this is selling for, and it's the same exact thing, a Markland 875/62 passenger car, if that person's getting that there, if that's what actually sold, because it says sold listings, then I'm really undercutting myself. But you see, the thing is, I don't know if I'm charging it too cheap. People might think something's wrong with it, but I'm being fair. That's why I have my eBay user ID is ShopRJ Pasini for great deals. So I think if anybody was to buy from me for $19.99 with best offer, I believe I still have a best offer, and it's a $3.99 shipping standard, flat. So if this person's selling theirs for $64 and they got it with the shipping included, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, I think so. But then it goes over here, compare your traffic to the competition. This is the type of attention your listing is getting from buyers. More traffic can increase the likelihood of a sale. All right, so you go over here, it says listing impressions per day. Your listing, meaning mine, of course, is 49.6 people, I guess, looking at it, or impressions, that is. And the sold listings, the same category, was 223.2. And then it goes on listing pages per views per day, 0.6. Sold listings is 9.1. All right, and they break it down like that: sales conversion rate, and so on and so forth. Okay, very basic, cut and dry. Again, now me personally, I can't, offer. If I can't, first off, here's my take, folks. If you are going to offer free shipping, do not. This is me, okay? Again, this is my thinking. You don't have to take my advice for it, but it's totally up to you. If you're going to offer free shipping, don't offer with the best offer, because you're going to get low-balled on it. You're going to get, sometimes you get low-ball offerings on these things. I know, I experienced it. Did I respond to it? Yes, I would decline the issue, the offer. My take is, if you're going to offer free shipping and you have a set price, don't use the best offer unless you really want to. Unless you want to really, get rid of the stock you have. That's the only time I do it, because if you do it, if you offer best offer and free shipping, you're going to take a beating on your profit margin. So my take is for me right now, even though eBay wants me to revise my listing, I am going to leave it at $19.99 with the $3.99 shipping. I think that's a good deal compared to what that other person sold it for. I don't know. I didn't do the research on that part, but supposedly, according to the sold listings, at least I believe that's what it is. It was $64.76, it's shipping included. Unless, if I'm misunderstanding it, that's what they would advise, but it doesn't look like they advised me to charge that price. If anything, you would think people want to buy it at this price. But sometimes you're going to get that, and you will see those messages come up, and when you click it on, it'll take you to see Seller Hub, and then from that point on, and that's up to you if you want to drop the prices anymore. If I drop it down anymore, I'm on to just give it away. And right now, I have to honestly say, eBay sales have been very quiet, very flat. I mean, I haven't made really many sales. I think the total sales I made in December was probably, 4 or 5, whatever. Nothing to write home about. So, just be aware of that, folks. If you're going to, if you are going to respond to eBay's, analyzing your listing thing here feature, just make sure it's going to work out for you, and you got to, you have a decent profit margin on it, because, again, I heard stories from other people who were selling things so cheap that they didn't even break even. It was a loss, if anything. So just be careful with that. All right, let's bump right along here. Now, here's another thing in regards to selling. eBay has this thing here, they have this other site here. It says, what do you want to sell? Now, I always type in here. Now, if you look at the page here, they put on here the 2 drafts I have here, the Cabbage Patch Kids dolls and these Wild Eva women's black shoes. They had the promotional offers here. When you click it on, eBay had a thing there where you can get 100 free listings right now for this month from January 6th to the 12th to take advantage of it. And I am doing this here. Oh, expires. Okay, this one here says expires, yes, January 3rd. Okay, so I still have 100 left. I used 0. I have 100 left. That's pretty good. I did apply for this here. And then there's another one here on my starter store subscription. I have 100 listings free. Mine, it says it expires February 1st, which it shouldn't, but I guess I supposedly get it every month, 100 free listings on the starter store. I use 76, I have 24 left. And on the vehicle, I don't sell vehicle stuff, use and list. I know I don't have nothing to sell as far as vehicle stuff. They say I have 6 left, so I don't really deal with that. And then it goes on to give you a little more information on here. But here is another thing too. What do you want to sell? eBay will help you out with this here. I'm going to type in, I like selling, well, when I do sell printers at times, my 7520 printer here, right? So when you click it on here, I'm just going to use this one here. This is just for argument's sake. We're just going to try this out here. When you click the go on it, it'll come up, you'll get a message with eBay, and it'll tell you the things that they have for 7520 printers, sorry, which is this one here, because we don't have this one. This is the one I have right now. And I'll say sell one like this here, and they will fill in the information for you as well. So when you click it on, it'll say like that there, and you could sell it, set it up the way like this here. It's kind of like for helping you out. It's another way of listing. It's not bad, and it's all pre-formatted. I think when you get into it, it gives you all the information that you have, and they'll put it in their catalog. It'll be cataloged, you know. So that's another way of doing it too. But it's not bad. I mean, it's a good thing here. I have no complaints with it. However, if you don't like what they're putting in the if you think they're missing out on something in the description, you could always revamp it, you know, and edit it and put your own information in there. So that's another thing we got going on there. So you might want to check that out. It's pretty good, like I said. You know, if you want to look into that, that's a good thing too. All right, so let's bump out of this one here. What's the next one here? I'm sorry, I got a lot of windows open up here. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. I got the email from them saying I got the opportunity for 100 times better, 100 listings, 100 auction style listings are yours for free. I activated the offer. That's what I just showed you. So you might want to check into it. When you also go to these things here, they have these other things here. Look at what's trending right now. I don't know if you guys ever clicked on what's trending right now. That's another good thing, a pretty good information. I think so anyway. What's selling for more, you can sell now here. Let's see here. Now, we're both exploring with this here. But right now, this is a list what's selling at a premium right now. And they're showing you the things that they have. If you could, you know, sell whatever. They're giving you advanced, you know, this is what we just looked at, the Funko Pop, whatever, little dolls here. Okay. So I guess these are the things right now they're showcasing stuff that's pretty much what's selling right now. You might want to check into this as well. But if you click on here, again, you got to explore. eBay's like it's like opening the gateway to a whole new world of different ideas and things. You know, when you click on this one here, it'll take you to another site. It brought you back to this one here. Okay, all right. But there was one there. I can't find it. It's in one of these eBay windows here. If I find it, I'll let you know. But it's another thing in regards to selling stuff. So you got to really research it. I'm trying to keep this video somewhat reasonably short, if possible. I know my videos go long. But yeah, that's another way of checking into it. The other thing here is, so we're going to close out of this one here. I wanted to show you something else over here. Okay. This is the other thing I want to. This is one of my listings I got here. Now, eBay sent me a message. I couldn't find it offhand. It's talk about how to, you know, get your items on other social media things, and they give like a little menu there and how to do it there, a little instruction thing there. Folks, I just want to share this really quick with you. It's pretty cut and dry. If I find that menu, I'd put that email message they gave me. I couldn't find it. I was looking for it. I wanted to show you what they were talking about. It's pretty cut and dry. When you do a listing, I don't know if people are aware of this here. Some people who are not familiar with eBay, they might think that's eBay's thing. Oh, this is eBay. They're on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. Well, most likely they are. But this is for you. Okay, this little thing here is for you on the upper right-hand corner here, right under the advanced, and between advanced and search. Okay, what it is if you want to get this more exposure on here, what you would do is you would click this on here. Let's do Pinterest, for example. So when you click on Pinterest, it's going to come up like this, folks. All right. Now I don't want to list it up again because I think I did this here. These are the boards I have right now. Okay, my YouTube channel, your Pinterest likes, whatever stuff to buy, RJ Pasini, Destroy and Protect. When you click this on here and you save it, it'll give you an idea. You know what? Let's click it on. If it's on there, I could always take it off again and go into my thing. Let's say you say, all right, I'm going to put this in, I don't know, how about new and general merchandise? I'll put it in myself. When I save it, it's going to go into save. You could promote it. Now, when you promote the pins, if I'm not mistaken, I think there is a charge for this here from Pinterest. Okay, so me right now, I don't really need to promote my pin. Oh, what happened here? Oh boy, something happened here. My computer's been going crazy, folks. I'm sorry about that. Let me do this again. Let me try this again one more time. That's interesting. I wonder what had happened. That's the first time it ever happened with this part. Okay, so sometimes if you see it, it'll say you already did it. Okay, well, it's already here. So now when you save it, sorry about that, folks. When you save it, it'll say see it now. So when you see it now, all it's going to do is it's going to take you, now I believe it's going to be on the Pinterest site, which it is. Here it is, okay? And there it is up there, okay? And this is what they're going to see on Pinterest. Anybody who follows you on Pinterest will see this message, okay? I don't care if it's up there, it's up there. I could always take it off. But I'm just doing it for all intents and purposes to show you guys all about this here. Okay, so that's how it looks on there. And the same thing applies to, let me get that out of here. The same thing applies to Twitter. If you click on Twitter, it'll do the same thing. You could put it on there. I don't know, let's see what they got here. Who knows? You know, I'll put it up there. Maybe somebody be interested. And you could tweet here. So share your link on the followers, right? Okay. And then when you tweet it, it'll go out to, now it's on Twitter. And same thing with Facebook as well. It'll go on Facebook as well. If you're logged in on it, which I am, I think I did, unless I bumped out of here. It'll come on here on the, it'll share it on your timeline. You could also write something too. For all intents and purposes, I'm just gonna post it to my Facebook, and that's how it is. So now you got exposure on 3 different social platforms, okay? And then you could go into your Twitter account, and you could see that it's been posted there. You know, which let's see if it is up there anyway. Let's go into Twitter here, and we'll see. Okay. All right. So all right, this is all right. We'll get more people on here. Okay. See, here it shows up. I didn't do anything. I didn't have to copy and paste it. It does it automatically. Okay. So now you get more exposure. Now I wouldn't say right now I have 137 items listed. I'm not going to do it 137 times. You may, on the other hand, but the only thing is, you might other people might not like the idea of seeing too many notifications like that. And I read somewhere that it's not always a good idea to do that. But you know what? In this day and age, folks, people want to, you know, get out there. They want to make money and stuff like that, and they will do what they need to do. You know. It also it also puts the hyperlink in there too. So when you click it, it'll bring it right back. See, and even put the little information. Oh, that's something else there. But ask eBay, all right. So they got a little verb in there too, but that's okay. But if you want to click it on, it'll take you right to your eBay listing. Okay, let's bump out of here. And now you got the idea about that there, as far as you know, how to use other social media to get more exposure on your items that you're selling on eBay. So we're going to close this out. And again, this one here, I left this window open here just to talk a little about. Again, if you're going to do research, you could just go over here, check out these things here, and you'll get an idea of what's selling. Now, you might say, I don't know if that's such a good idea. It'll give you an idea of what's selling, what people are actually selling on eBay. Then you could also check out the sold listings. Well, I got your attention. I signed up for this thing here from eBay, and it drives me crazy. It's always on here, but you might want to check it out. It says activate up to 2% cash back. If this becomes annoying to you, you could do one or two things. You could take it off your eBay listing, whatever, unsubscribe to whatever, or just click on activate later, and it'll take you off there. I know sometimes it comes on there, but they're just trying to. It's a kind of like a friendly reminder saying, hey, you know, you can get some money back or whatever, cash back 2% if you make any purchases on there. So you might want to look into that as well. Okay, the thing I want to get into is I talk about branding. Now, eBay, for those who are new, I consider myself a frugal entrepreneur. I do everything humanly possible to save money in any which way I can. And I know some people they may like all this stuff here, the eBay shipping supplies, which is nice. But to me, right now I don't really have a need to, purchase this stuff. If you look at it, it's kind of pricey. For me, it is. To other people, they say, not really. To me, it is. Okay. I'm a very conservative person, and I like to save money. So for me, this really doesn't apply to me. All right. But for those out there who want to buy eBay branded, supplies, you're more than welcome to at your own discretion. That's up to you. Me, on the other hand, I will not buy stuff like this. For example, now you're buying, I don't know how many rolls of tape you get here. You get, was it for $25.52 up to $45. Now, I guess if you're a person that has, you're pretty well funded, whatever, and you can afford to do this here, you could buy this. You could buy this tape here. I can get these three rolls, well, not branded, of course, at my local dollar store for $3. Again, and I'm not trying to say it in a bad way, folks, but I can get padded envelopes, big ones like this, bigger than this, 12 by 12, I think it is. Envelopes, padded envelopes, again, at my dollar store for $1. And they're padded and really good. Matter of fact, I'll even show you what I got that I have. So I'll show you that in a second. But I also want to show you how I go about how I would brand my own stuff and the stuff I use. But before we get into that I'm gonna, I want to show you do a little talking about the recent ink purchase I made from Vipon, and that one over there I got this here. Let me close that one out again for eBay shipping supplies. I bought it from this site here. Now, they're pretty good. To be honest with you, the ink cartridges I got 15 ink cartridges. Okay, and I'm going to show you the box there. I'm going to tell you about a little about it. And I got it for $9. Now, if you haven't been to Vipon, if you're not familiar with it, you might want to check it out. Like, for example, if you go to their search engine here, like I got an HP 7520 printer, right? And I'm looking for ink. So when you type it in here, if they have it, if it's still there, they'll have it. This is what they have right now. Okay. Now, yes, it's non-branded. Okay, we know that it's non-branded, but for all intents and purposes, I've been using these non-branded cartridges in my printer. I never had a problem with it. Honestly, I never had a problem with it. The only thing I will say in retrospect to that is that if you're buying cartridges, I think now a lot of them now are doing it, but don't hold me to it. Make sure they have the ink level chip on them if you're buying non-branded ones, okay? Because if you don't, when you put in your computer, you're going to that's when you will have a little error. You can get it to work, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long time since I had one like that happen, but I think you can get it to work. I think there's a workaround it. But the thing is, to make life easier, make sure you are getting them with the ink level chip on them. Okay, you want to make sure you have an ink level chip, because if you don't, it will. Your computer is going to your printer is going to display an error on there. Now, even though these cartridges have ink level chips on them, I know that they're going to my printer is going to show it's a a non-branded printer or a cartridge or something like that, or something along that line there. It gives you a message. Okay, the printer will give you a message that it knows it's not. It's funny how it is, but it knows that it's not an HP branded cartridge. But it's okay. I've used them before. I never had any problem with that there. All you do is just respond, okay, you just acknowledge the printer. I know it's not a branded one there, and it'll go on to being used, and you can use it like normal, okay? This company here is a new one. I'm going to talk a little about it. It's from Superior. So, I don't know that, there's a lot of things I do like about it, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to unbox it. We'll unpack it right now, just to talk a little about it, and then we'll take it from there. But this is the company you want to deal with, folks, okay? It's called Vipon.com, and they have other things, the hot deals, the instant deals, upcoming deals. You can see here. Now, let me tell you one thing. I just want to share this with you guys. I am not affiliated with them by any means, okay? I am not getting paid for them. I'm not endorsing, well, I'm endorsing them in the sense that, you can get good deals. But I have no affiliation with that, so I don't have any affiliate links, and I'm not getting paid. So if you click on this stuff here, don't think you're not helping me out, okay? I mean, if I was, I would hope you would help, do that there, so I would get, it would be beneficial to me. But I am not. That's the gospel truth. But you could check out the things they got here. This is the hot deals, and I tell you the truth, the prices are pretty reasonable. I have to honestly say, I can't complain. Looking at this now, you guys, if you check it out. You let me know what you think. And it goes through Amazon. Okay, now you see it's fulfilled by Amazon. I was thinking the other day, I think I said that I don't know if they're if this is an alliance with them, with this company's alliance, or if this is a subdivision of Amazon. I don't know. Okay, but what I like about it is it also gives you the reviews next to the item itself, which is pretty good. Okay, so this is the hot deals one, and I tell you the truth. I never really purchased anything from Amazon. As a matter of fact, this item I got, this package I got from them with the cartridges, was the first thing I ever bought off Amazon. I never really bought anything off Amazon. It's the first time. And I'm going to talk a little about that there. But what I like about Vipon, how they do it, is I like the idea that you could look at the item itself, right? And you could read the reviews right there. I mean, how convenient is that? And then you got the instant deals, which is pretty good. Okay, now here. These things here, was it Blue Dino, whatever, TS, Bluetooth health phone, whatever. They were regularly going for $89.99. You can get it with the coupon for $45. You get 50% off. And if you look at the percentages on these things too, if I'm not mistaken, some of them do change. Like it's 50%, 64%, 51%. Let's see. Oh, I've seen them all different percentages. Believe me, I've seen them 67, 64. It all depends. And then you got the upcoming ones. Here they got the upcoming ones here. All right. So, like I said, and you check it out. Check it out for yourself, folks. Pretty good. I mean, I think I love it. I mean, so far I have it. If I'm going to buy anything, I will be doing business with Vipon. I think they're pretty good. And the item does come from Amazon. It is, like I said, fulfilled by Amazon. But they also have an app, if I'm not mistaken here. Let's see, they got the app. You could also check it out. Let's see here. I know they have an app in here too if you want to put it on your phone. Oh yeah, here it is right here. Download the app on the App Store and download for Google Play if you have an Android, I guess. And you could do it that way. You can keep up on. Also, if I'm not mistaken, let me see here. You could join as a seller too. Okay, see up here, what is Vipon? I'll talk a little about it. They got a blog. Join as a seller, promo program, and download the app. All right, so you click that on there. It'll take you to the window, and you could download to see it for yourself. Really good. All right, so I'm going to show you what I got, and we'll take it from there. So here we go. I'm going to just close out this window really quick. Okay, so here's what I got, folks. This little package here. All right, let me just talk a little bit. I'm going to move my webcam down at my desk so you can see it. I just want to talk a little about it. I got this again from Vipon, and I paid, looking at it, it's very dark in here, you know. We got a little overcast going on here. I'm trying to read with my glasses here. This package here, normally, would sell for $29, $29.99, $30, with a $7.54 shipping handling charge. So you do the math and you figure that would come out with. I got this total price, grand total, $9. If you shop around on eBay or Amazon and you look for cartridges, I don't think you may come up with something close to this here, but I seen it where, you know, for this price here, you can only get, in some cases, depending on what you're getting for on Amazon or eBay. Well, I basically buy from eBay. That's the first thing I bought. That was from Amazon. For $9, there was a company I dealt with in Brooklyn. And the reason why I dealt with them, I bought from them before. For $9, actually $10 and change, I'd only get the 4 cartridges. That was it for that. This one here, I got 15. Now, the next time you buy it, if you got to buy it, it's going to cost you $29.99, unless Vipon's having, or they're running sales again, or whatever, promotions. With the code, it says over here, promotion applied was minus $20.99. Okay, the shipping was free. There was no estimated tax on here. So, I mean, for $9, I got the whole kit and caboodle. Also, I want to share with you guys the date. I was very impressed with the time frame. It says arriving by January 8th to 11th. It says over here, if I'm looking over here, the order, bear with me 1 second, folks. The order, if I'm not mistaken, I have to turn the light on. I'm sorry, folks. No, Mom, you're going to see me glowing here, orangery, but I want to make sure I'm giving you the right information here. The order was placed on January 2nd. Okay, January 2nd, that was Wednesday, right? It was done on Wednesday, and I received it. I wrote it down on me, making here. Received on January 5th, 2019, which was Saturday. And it was delivered by an Amazon courier. Let me just show you what I got over there. Very happy with it. I can't complain. Gonna move my webcam down on the table here. All right, let's go down over here. Right over here. There you go. This is the package I'm talking about here. It comes from Superior. All right. You open it up. They give you a little information here, a little thank you card. All right, here it says thank you for a little thing. You can see it there. It says thank you for shopping with. Thank you for your purchase. I can't read upside down. Our superior quality products. Now, I didn't put this on my printer yet. I have ink in there that I'm going to use up first because I'm very conservative and I'm going to try to get whatever I can. This, they just give you a little paper here, you know, about you know, your selling day, your address and stuff like that, what was shipped to you. But here's what you're getting there, folks. All right. First off, the reason I want to explain something to you, what I like about this here. Now, this has the chips. This is what it says here. See that chip? Whenever you're ordering cartridges, make sure you get the ink level chip. Now, back in the day, when I ordered them a while back, they didn't have the chip on it. It was driving my printer crazy. But I was able, there was, if I'm not mistaken, it was a workaround. I don't know if it was with this particular model, but it was another HP. I pretty much at that time I had an HP, I don't know, 65 something of the series, And for my laser printer, I was using a Brother, but now I bought an HP laser printer too, so everything's all HP. Even the webcam I'm working with is HP. Anyway, what I like about it, I don't know if you can see that there. You see it? Can you see through there? You can see the ink is filled up here to the top. The reason why I like clear ink, all right, and I'm not saying this to be funny, folks, is because I heard stories where people were going through ink like crazy, and sometimes when you're buying it, if it's all sealed, I'm not saying to be funny, but you want to make sure you're getting your money's worth. You want to make sure that this here is pretty much filled to the top, which it is. I can see that there. I don't know if you guys could see that, but all right. But anyway, so you get, I'm going to share it with you guys. You get 3 yellow cartridges. All right, you get the 3 yellow cartridges with that, that's great right there. You get the 3. What is this here? Magenta. Yeah, you get 3 magentas. Okay. 3 cyan. Yeah, cyan. You get 3 of those. And they know that black goes quick. You get 1, 2. Oopsie. Damage it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 6 black cartridges, and they're nice and thick too. Pretty thick. Look at it. Well, because they know black always goes quick. So if you look at the comparison, the black ones. Okay. Now, from what I understand, with the XL, if I'm not mistaken, I think with the this is my printer takes the H64 XL. I think with the XL, it's a more what do you call it? You get more ink out of it. I can't think of offhand. They got a name for it. I can't think of offhand, but you get more ink out of it with the XL's cartridges. Some of you guys out there may know what I'm talking about, and you could probably enlighten me on that there, but I think you know what I'm talking about. All right. Anyway, that's what I got. Oops, sorry about that, folks. That's what I got going on. I want to share it with you guys. I will, when I do use them, I'm not going to use them now. I mean, my printer does need ink, the color ink. I got still more black in there. I'm going to wait to use that up there. And that's from Superior. And that's what I want to talk about, branding. Okay? Now, how I do my own branding, all right? So I'm going to put that to the side over here. Now, with the U.S. Postal thing here, just in case you guys didn't know, you could always get these for free in case you need them. If you send out stuff priority mail, you can get that. You call it up, you get it for free, and they'll deliver it to your house, just to let you know. Well, I think while we're talking about branding, I might as well bring that out. Here, you see I got a binder clip here full of, but these are labels I make on my own. Now, normally, these are color. But because I ran out my HP printer, it's a 7520 all-in-one printer, I ran out of ink, so I had to print everything in black and white. These are only 2 here. Now, this is on regular paper. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, wow, and it's not even sticky. No, well, that's where I use the clear tape I get from the dollar store for 99 cents, well, for $1. And I will do is I post to say, this is my own way of branding, okay? It says over here, it says shop RJ Pasini for great deals on eBay. I don't know if you can see that there. See, that's what it's all about. Okay, I do my own things like this. Okay, and the reason why, like I said, I am frugal. But the thing I want to say is now, in regards to this here, some people may say, yeah, but you're wasting money in tape. Well, here's the thing. This is a label size thing. All right. Now, yeah, true. It's not. We're not going to be branding like a big bot, like have on eBay has a big logo on there. But the thing is, I put this when I'm selling this. Let's say this was my package. I put it right over here. Okay. I would put this over here, but then of course you got the address thing here. And when a person gets it, it's another way of branding. It's your way of branding. You're promoting your business. Okay. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong buying branded boxes from eBay or whatever, but it's nice to promote your business. All right. And that's what I do here. And I got the little eBay top-rated seller thing here too, and it says over here on eBay. Now, if I want to just cut that off, I could just say shop. Well, they already know they bought off of eBay, so. But I could just take off that thing and just say shop RJ Pasini for great deals. Okay. The other thing I print up again. Well, this is on tape. Like I said, this is on regular paper. Is the mail media. Okay, and basically, it's no really big deal, folks. I mean, you're talking about. I get my tape, like I said, at the dollar store for $1, the clear tape. You just take a sheet, put on there like that, and you got it like that. So I print my own media mail tapes labels up. If you go out to buy all this stuff separate, what I'm showing you, it can cost you a nice $1. I know it does because I price them and stuff. Here I have fragile glass stickers. Now my printer's got. Now I have the ink. I can print this out in red. This is what I did the last time before it ran out of ink. And I printed up the same thing. This is glass. You got to lay that label, right? You can do that as well, and so on and so forth. So like I also have. I just want to show you the labels I put on there when I put on the when I put on my box. I ship my stuff out. I got two big labels here. I got the bigger size, and it says "Please do not drop or crush." And then I got the little ones for little boxes like this here. And basically, what I would do is cut it, and that's where I use this. Okay, I use the clear tape. I make sure it's clear. Don't get the one that's like frosted. You want to get it clear. And just to show you really quick, I get these here. I get a pack of this here. It's a nice size amount of tape, right? I get the pack of this here. I think 6 comes in a pack for $1 at the dollar store. Very good tape. You can clear. There's nothing wrong with it. You get I think it's 6 rolls for $1, whatever it is. Okay. Matter of fact, let me just show you really quick. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Crystal clear, Rubin transparent, 6 for $1. You can't beat it. And like I said, I stock up on. I keep a couple of these in my drawer too. Okay, so make sure it's the crystal clear tape if you're going to buy it. Got this at the dollar store for $1. The tape, I got this at $1 too for $1 at the dollar store. So even if you have to, use this to put on your packaging here, what's the big deal? It's $1. Walmart, I think, sells this here for $1.29, whatever. If you want to go, I mean, it's a savings. You say, $1.29, what's the big deal? It's a savings, It's all about, in this day and age, it's all about saving the buck, folks. Plain and simple. Okay, so I got that there. You seen that there. All right, so I would cut this here, tape it on with the clear tape there, and I got that there. And the same thing, do not drop or crush. And then the other ones I have, let's see, I just want to share with this up here. I got the caution one. This came out, it normally doesn't come out like this. It normally comes out all yellow like this. This was my ink was going on it. That's the aftermath. This one here is a caution sticker. It says sensitive electronic devices. Do not ship or store near strong electrostatic, electromagnetic, magnetic, or radioactive fields. Okay. Now, if this was electronic gizmo, I got to print them out. I have smaller ones too. I can make them smaller as well. But when I was selling the printers or laptops, whatever, I pop one of these babies on there. Okay. That's that. Then I have another one, fragile stickers. I got ones that are small, and I have them bigger ones too, but I didn't print those out. You can see, like, this is like for small stuff here, really small, tiny, and then you got like the medium-sized ones. Okay, and I cut. Basically, what I do is just cut them, and I use that clear tape, and I put them on there. All right, I got that, and we're coming to a close, folks. And you're probably saying, "Don't drive me crazy with this stuff." Let me get this here. Do not drop or crush here. That's the bigger label part. Yeah, I keep them all paper clipped. And then the last one I have here is please do not drop or crush. No, I'm sorry. Please do not bend or crush. Okay, and these are all big ones here. I used the small ones already. I usually print out the small ones. Again, I just cut them, and these are not glued on here. These don't have the sticky backs, but I would just take the tape on there and go across it like that. Now, a lot of people may say, I heard this in one of my Facebook groups. I was doing this here. I did this once before. I talked about it once before about how I like to label my stuff. And no, I welcome everybody's comments. The person wasn't being mean or anything. What happened was the person was saying, yeah, but you put those stickers on there. How do you know if these people are going to look at that? Let me move my webcam up here. How do you know if they're going to look at that there? Well, they do. I do. You know what I do? You know what I do, folks? The simple reason is I want the people to know, the buyer out there to know that when they're buying an item from me, I did my due diligence to, make sure that your item gets to you shipped in one piece and not in pieces, as I always say. Now, is that going to detract the problem where it's going to, it's going to happen where people are going to, it's going to get their damage? Absolutely, absolutely. I did a video. Let me share this with you. I did a video. I don't know which one it is. It's in the midst of all those videos. How I package fragile items, and in the video I showed you I packed up and styrofoamed a ceramic outdoor lamp, and I felt so bad. I had it, I showed in the video, I'm holding it like this thing, you see it's packed, side, top, everything, all with styrofoam. And I made sure that thing was shipped, with everything encased in there that way. It would have to fall off a truck or a high shelf in order for it to break. But even so, it had so much styrofoam packed around it. I don't know how it could have broke. Anyway, long story short, I send it out. At the time, it wasn't a lot of money. That's the other thing I wanted to share with Priority Mail. Priority Mail. when you're using this here, this service, post service, you are insured automatically. Just to give you a little heads up, you are insured automatically up to $50, and it's tracked and insured. So if anything happens, you will get your money for it. I will explain a little on that as well while we're on that topic. So anyway, the buyer gets it, sends me pictures of how it came. It was like a part of it was chipped. The bottom part where the thing is like a little brass piece that comes out there, like a little ornamental piece, was broken. I don't know how it was broken, how it got broken like that. Now, here's the thing. I mean, I'm not saying this, it could have happened. This is a possibility. It could have happened where, you know, maybe somebody had tried to put it up. It was heavy. It was a heavy ceramic piece. It might have slipped and broke. Because, and the reason I'm saying this here, I'm not saying it to be funny or anything, but what I think happened, it could have, because if you looked at the way I packed it, it would have had to fall off a high thing in order to crack it like that. I mean, it was packed. Now, am I saying it was the buyer's fault? We don't know, okay? But all I'm saying is if you've seen the way it was broken, the way it was chipped, you know, I doubt very much that it worked that way. But anyway, I don't want to make any erroneous assumptions. It is what it is. They took pictures of it. They sent it back to me. They got their refund. And I put in a claim for it. And here's the thing I want to say when you're using priority mail from the U.S. Postal Service. I love the Postal Service. I use them exclusively. I used to have a FedEx account. I closed my account because I wasn't getting any good deals. Even with a business account, it wasn't doing me any good. So anyway, when you file a claim with the United States Postal Service, first off, when I was told they like you to do it online, which I did. I called them up. I called my post office up, and I asked them how do I do this. The first time I was putting a claim for it. And they said you do it online. You send them proof, whatever, and I sent them the information. I showed them the transmittal transaction sheet, detail sheet, what it was purchased for, and how much the shipping cost, whatever, right? Well, they already know that. Anyway, so what happens is, when I was told, and the way I understand it, when you put in a claim for the U.S. Postal Service if something is damaged, you do not get the shipping. You will only pay you for what the item sold. So if the item sold for, if let's say the item was $50, it cost you, the buyer paid $25 for the item. I'm using as an example. And the shipping was $25. You are not going to get the $25 for shipping. Plain and simple. They will only, this is what I was told, they will only pay you the amount it sold for. So at least I got my money back for it. Okay? You know, it's better than nothing. It's better than getting a total zero on it, you know. Yeah, what can I do with it now? I don't know. Sell it for parts. I mean, you could still use the brass parts on there. I know it sounds crazy, but it could still be, you know, used for that. There is still, you know, use. You can, if the bottom part there, you could also craft your own thing if you want. It was a beautiful ceramic lamp. It really was. And according to the buyer, I was looking forward to getting this here. I couldn't wait to get it when it arrived and stuff and so on and so forth. And again, if you looked at the way it was packed in that video, I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say, but we're going to leave it at that. But just keep that in mind, folks. That's the way I was told when it comes to putting a claim for priority mail. You're insured up to $50 automatically, and it is tracked. Okay. And when I'm on a topic with that, there have been stories I've been reading about people, buyers complain they're not receiving their items. Now this goes out to the sellers, okay? I did a video on this once before, and a way to avert that type of problem, I think, I'm not saying it's 100% foolproof, but my take is if you're going to send something out, you got to have your own, you have to have a set limit. So let's say from anything from, like I said, if from $1 up to 50, if you use priority mail and it's tracked and insured, you should be okay, all right? Now, anything over that, let's say $100 above you, and I say explicitly, if you're going to sell electronics, right, laptops, computers, whatever, watches, jewelry, okay, on those particular small packages, put signature delivery confirmation on it. Now, you might say, I think that's the key thing here that may help out in a situation where if a buyer claims they never got it, because for the simple reason is the signature delivery confirmation, somebody has to physically sign for that. And if it's going to that, if the address has been, verified by PayPal, that it's a verified PayPal address, that they've registered and it's been checked by PayPal, it should be it should be no problem for them to get it. Okay, in other words, if it's going to that destination. Although there's people that will have it sent to a different address, and needless to say, it's poof. But the thing is, to avert that problem, it's a couple of bucks, folks. Whatever, $2, $3, whatever it is to do it there, the signature delivery confirmation. It's a little peace of mind, and you know that the letter carrier, from what I understand, will not leave it there unless it's someone physically signs for it. That's the only way you're going to try to avert that problem. Okay. Now people might say, yeah, but now it's going to cost me extra money. You pad it into your price. Put it into your shipping cost. Okay. Put it into your shipping cost. That's so simple, plain and simple. All right. Add that signature delivery confirmation. The package won't be left on the porch. Okay. The letter carrier shouldn't do that. Now, I will say this. For those who don't put that on there, and they use, when you're selling with eBay, you only get the free tracking, delivery tracking, right? I've seen it happen. I've seen it all the time. I see the mailman is leaving packages. If it's a package like it's an envelope, he'll open the door, the storm door, whatever, put it between the door, and he'll leave it there. Or sometimes he'll ring the doorbell, and then he leaves a package. Otherwise, I left it here. But that's it. Okay? If it's a box, the same thing. UPS will do it. FedEx will do it when I've seen that happen. Amazon too. They will drop packages over people's houses. And I did a video on porch thieves. Seriously, it sounds funny, porch thieves, right? No, it's true. People will, if they see packages, now thank God I'm not in a heavy traffic area, but and we have like a neighborhood watch, so we kind of look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? If I see somebody walking up to somebody's property, and picking a package up, and they're walking away with it, I'm going to question, say, excuse me. Well, you got to be careful too, because you don't want to get yourself in a confrontation with these people either. But is that your package, or where are you going with that? But we kind of have like a neighborhood watch around here, so we kind of look out for one another. But they do that though. Okay, Amazon will do it, UPS does it, FedEx does it, and as much as I hate to say it, the United States Postal Service does it as well. I've seen it happen. They will ring the doorbell, leave the pack. After he scans it, you could hear him. You hear the beeping, right? He tracked it. In other words, it's been delivered to your house. So that's it. Once it's delivered, it's delivered. That's how the Postal Service looks at. Well, we did our job. We did our due diligence. We tracked it. As soon as it got to your residence, we beeped it. We scanned it in, and we left the package there. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. And you can't hold them accountable, because that's it. You didn't pay for the service, so, but I'm saying, so I didn't pay for it, so it entitles somebody to steal it. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'm trying to say there have been cases, if you look like on some of the blog sites, you could even type it in, what people have been saying, or sellers have been saying, that buyers are complaining, well, not buyers, they're saying that they're stating that they are not receiving their packages. Okay, so the way to avert that, use a signature delivery confirmation. It's a couple of dollars, pay it into your price, be done with it, and that's it. Peace of mind. Okay. Somebody has to physically sign for it, and if you got that there, and you confirm confirm with eBay or whatever, and say, look, I got a signature delivery tracking here. That somebody's supposed to sign for it. It should be an open and shut case. eBay should say, okay, well, was it, and they debit from that person's account and pay you the full amount, whatever it is. Okay. That's why I'm looking at it. Now I could be wrong. People might say, well, look, that's what I do. And it's up to you guys. If you want to take that chance, do it with jewelry, especially, and watches. When I was selling watches and jewelry, I put it in there. And here's a little thing to give a little heads up to people that might have a different idea of making a purchase. If you read in between the lines, when you do your eBay description, put in your eBay description. This item will have to be signed for. It's going to be this item is going to come with signature delivery confirmation. Okay? You read in between the lines what I'm saying, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Do it with jewelry, laptops, whatever. Have a limit as to when you're going to use your delivery tracking. Your signature delivery confirmation. All right? Remember, if you're using priority mail, up to $50, it's covered. It's insured. Okay? Now, if the package gets lost, now when they say insured, I don't know if they're saying insured for broken damages, or if it's gone, if it's stolen. I don't know about that part, but you up to that there from a figure from $1 up to 50, you are covered under, it's tracked and sure if you use a priority mail. And the other thing while we're talking about priority mail is even though they say they give a timestamp on there, it says between 2 or 3 days delivery. I have confirmed this with the United States Postal Service representative. When they say that there, it's not guaranteed. I had this. I wasn't. I didn't have. I didn't go into this. I didn't mitigate with them there on that topic. But I said, wait a minute. It says 2 to 3 days delivery. Up to 2 to 3 days. It could be longer. I said, really? I said, I thought it was guaranteed. She goes, no, that's not guaranteed. So it's not guaranteed to get to you. For what the lady was telling me, the rep, U.S. Postal Service rep, it's not guaranteed to get to you within 2 or 3 days. Those are just a time stamp, I guess, a time frame. But it could last longer because the reason why it happened, what happened was a buyer was calling up and saying, I haven't received a package. It was 2 weeks. 2 weeks before they got it. And it was with priority mail. That's what I was told. I'm just sharing information with you guys. Let me just get a little swig of water here, and then we're just going to continue with this here. Okay, so we went over that. We went over the thing here. We went over the tracking and all that stuff there. Let me bump back out of here. I hope you guys don't mind. I apologize. I want to share so much with you guys. That's what it is. I want to help out and share information with you guys. I think the more information I get out there, the better. All right, so let's bump out of here. Let's go back over here again. This one here. Okay, now we're going to talk about printing. Okay, if you're going to print your own stuff out there, folks, you want to do your own branding. As you can see here, these are the things that are sold at Walmart. Okay, these are things sold at Walmart. Okay, so if you look up here and you want to buy certain things, now certain things you got to look at for certain printers. Now, like here, you could get like CD labels, whatever, and so on and so forth. You can get over here shipping labels. Now, there's a way to do this here when you're printing labels out. That's the other thing I want to share really quick. You see, like for example, let's say you buy this here, ID labels, whatever. You could use it for different purposes. You say, yeah, but that's for label, for IDs. You could put your little advertisement here. I don't know how many come on a sheet, whatever. It's a 150 pack. It's neon. You could put a nice little logo on here using Publisher, Microsoft Publisher. Okay, you could use that there. And things of that nature. Or if you want, you could just do the address labels like I showed you. These are the standard labels, I believe, right? You could, if you have a laser printer, and you could do your own nice little graphics with you. You could put like a little thing here, a little picture. It depends how you set it up. You could do it that way. That's what I would do. And you can see they got a whole bunch of different labels here. They also have iron-on transfers too. I did my own shirt one time like that. You could do your own transfers. Pretty cool too, the way it works. If you never experiment that, you should check it out. They have software for it though. T-shirt, to make create our own T-shirts too. But you can see here they have a whole array of it. Now some of this stuff here. Now remember I was telling you about the. Let's see if they have it here. The boxes I get here too. I get my shipping boxes here from at Walmart too. I don't know if I could do that. Let me see if I could put that in there really quick. Shipping boxes. Let's see. The shipping boxes are pretty reasonably priced too, folks, to be honest with you. Let's see if I could get there. They have it. I don't know. They might have them. Yeah. Okay. Now, all right. This is in bulk. I don't buy in bulk, folks. I just want to give you an example. Like, for example, like they do sell a shipping box here. You could get this in the store. You could also add it to your cart too if you don't want to go there. Let me see if I could get over here and show you. They got the wrapping paper. They got bubble wrap. Stuff's expensive too. But I get all my supplies there, believe it or not. Outside of the tape, I get at the dollar store. And I get my padded envelopes at the dollar store too. Let's see here. I'm just trying to show you the boxes I get. Now, these different size boxes here, they range anywhere. They don't have the prices sold separate. But I think the biggest one they have is an 18 by 18 by 20, 24, something along that line there. And I get that for $1. It's a box like this size here. I get that for $1 and change, $1.97 or something like that. Then they got the small boxes, which go for like 69 cents and so on and so forth. But you can get your supplies here. This is for a bunch of them though. Okay, I don't know how many you're getting exactly here, but they're pretty decently priced. I don't buy in bulk. I buy separate. And then when I buy these here, I buy extras. I make templates and I customize my own boxes. I make my own custom boxes. And what I do basically is I buy a box, the biggest box they have, which is the 18 by 18 by 24, I think. What I'll do is I'll cut it down and I use it as a template. and I added the one box, I might get 2 or 3 out, depending how big the box is, the item is. Okay, so check that out. All right, and lastly, let's get out of here. When you're going to buy a printer, this is the one I have right here. All right, when you're going to buy a printer, again, I love to do research. Okay, I do love doing research on this stuff. I don't like to just jump into things and buy things, haphazardly. So what you want to do is, now let's say this is the printer I have. I like it. It's really a good printer. I think so anyway. It does really excellent printing. It's also got a little cartridge thing where you could put the 4x6 or 5x8, whatever printer. It's a print out your photos, the glossy photos. They got that in there. It's incorporated in there. That's what I like about this printer. Now, they all come in different prices here. This is selling on eBay. I'm not getting it. This is not my website either. This is not me either. I'm not selling this. Somebody told somebody else. So you might say, well, they're getting a free segue here. It's up to you. I'm just saying the shipping is $29, $30 for shipping. But if the printer is in good condition, I got my printer at my thrift store for $15. Believe it or not, and it's like brand new. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not making it up. If I tell people, I'd say I don't believe you got it. I did. I got it for $15. I had the receipt to prove it too. And the other one I got was the HP printer. I'll show you this one really quick. I like to share stuff with you, but keep this price. Well, this is what it's going for right here. But I'll show you the HP. I'll show you one really quick. I want to share with you guys. It's the P2055DN. The DN is the D stands for duplex, and the network. That's a network. That stands for network. The DN. All right. So this is duplex DN. It also is UPS. So I mean. USB cable, or you could do it directly that way. This is the one I got. Now, I got this at my thrift store. Now, they go for a good buck. Now, I was going to sell mine. Okay, if you look at the prices of some of these here, this is the cartridge. The cartridge I bought from the company, I don't know where it is. I only paid $10 for it, and the thing's good. I only bought one, okay? But where's the printer here? What happened here? Here we go. This is the exact one I have here. I paid $30 for mine. Thing is like brand spanking. It looks just as good as this one, like brand new. This is refurbished, but this is what I have. And the only things I basically will buy off eBay, outside of that ink I bought from Amazon, was the first time I bought something from Amazon, to be honest with you. I buy off of eBay, I buy my ink cartridges, and I buy my toner cartridges. So the toner cartridge for this printer here, I bought off of eBay, and I only paid, I think, it was $10, $11. It was cheap. And it lasts a long time. I mean, I'm saying to myself, not that I want to use the new one, but I'm saying to myself, how long is the other one going to go? So I know I printed a lot of stuff on this. And these machines, these HPs, these laser printers are workhorses. I mean, they are good. I'll never get rid of this. I was going to sell it. I had it up on there, and I said, "Am I crazy?" I took it off of eBay right away. I said, "Please, I hope nobody bids on it, But yeah, this is what I got here. Really good printer. I highly recommend if you're going to get a nice laser printer, go check this one out though. If you want a nice laser printer, and if you want a nice HP printer, go for the all-in-one 7520. They also have the 7525. Now, the reason why I'm here, okay, let me just show you this first though. Before you get into it, if you are interested in buying this printer like this here, do your research, go to YouTube, and here's HP support, and listen to the unboxing out there, like they'll talk a little about it. Do some reviews on it for yourself, okay? I always like to review everything, see what other people have to say. Now, I'm saying, you might say, yeah, well, you're praising the thing, so it's got to be a good one. No, well, there may be other people out there may have a different outlook on it. I love it. I have no problem with it. Mine is they're both pre-owned printers. I normally don't buy pre-owned electronics. When it comes to certain things, I will not buy like computers. I definitely will not buy a pre-owned computer. I like to buy new when it comes to computers. I like to buy brand new stuff when it comes to things of that nature. But before you do it, if you are interested in this printer, do check out the YouTube, see what the reviews are, see what people have to say about, and then make your buying decision. Okay. Now, with that in mind, let's close out this one. Let's close out this one here. I've sold a printer like this before, and someone had questioned it. Where do I get the software? It's got no user guides, and I tell out my listings, I say I don't have the user guides or software. Okay. Now, if you're using Windows 10 operating system, it will automatically detect it. Now, for example, this one didn't do it, but when you go to here, let's say the software drivers here. Now, let's say you need software drivers, right? You go directly to the software driver. Now, it automatically detected. Okay, so this is how it comes up. Now, as you can see here, I'm using Windows 10, and it's a 64-bit operating system. Now, what you're going to do here, plain and simple, you're going to download it right here. This will do a full install on this here. And with the full install, full feature software and drivers, you should be good to go. It's 78.7 megabytes. Once you put this in here, you should have it. Now, do you technically need it? No, but I would definitely put it in there, okay? Because I know when I plugged mine in, I didn't have the software. Again, remember, I didn't buy this brand new, this printer, okay? I didn't buy it brand new. I bought it used. And I didn't have software, I didn't have the user guide. So now that some people say, well, what about the user guide? Plain and simple. You go back over here to the window here. Let's see if we can go back to this again here. Software and drivers, support home. Let's go back over here again. Okay, now when you go to this window, all right, we got to go back to the other one here. Let's go back one more. I think it's one more page, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, it's going to bring me there again. Okay, anyway, let's see here. Software, ePrint, utility disk. I wanted to show you the one where you can get the guide here, and it's not letting me do that. It's not letting me do that. Let's go back over here. Let's see if I can get over here. Software drivers, Dynastic. They do have it where, I know this here, if I did it myself. Let's see, X drivers, software ePrint. For some reason, this particular site is not let me do that there. Let's try this one more time. And let me show you why I'm at it. Now I might as well do it while I'm at it here. If you're interested in this, you say, well, how do I get to this here? Just type in here HP 7520 support and look for the ones that have the anything with the HP support ones. That's what you want. So let's go. I think I did this one here. Let's try this one here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as the user guide. This should has the user guide on it. Okay, keeps bringing me back to this window here. That's not the one I wanted. Okay, I think that's the default one. Let's go back one more time here. For some reason, I can't get that one there. That's kind of crazy. You know, that always happens every time I want to do something. I want to show people. I just did this the other day. Yesterday, I think I was doing this here. And maybe this is the one that says manuals and drivers. Maybe this is the one I clicked on. Let's see. All right, here we go. I'm sorry, folks. I clicked on the wrong one. All right. Anyway, it's the same thing. It brings you the same thing. But here's the thing. Here's what I want to share with you guys. You need a user guide. Print out user guide. All right. No, don't print it out. I mean, check it out first. All right. I want to explain why. All right. Because if this is not mistaken, this one's going to be 102 pages. When you click on user guide for it, this is what I tell people. You're going to get the information up here. It's going to show you 1 from 102. Okay, all right. It's 102 pages. The HP PhotoSmart 7520 series. Now, when you scroll down, here's what I tell people. What you're going to do is, let's say, for example, you want to know about connectivity, because this printer, the HP one I have with the all-in-one, it has connectivity to network. It's got Bluetooth, whatever. You know, it's got wireless. It's a wireless printer. So let's say you want to know about the connectivity. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into here, and you're going to click this on. All right. Now, it's going to automatically take you right to page 47. All right. Now, here's what I want to show you, and here's my take on it. Unless you want to have a booklet, you know, like the whole book, it's 102 pages, and you're going to run on your laser printer, prepare to spend a lot of ink, and you're going to use a lot of paper. It's 102 pages of paper. That's kind of a lot. My suggestion, I tell people, if you're going to do that there, read it online like it is now, or print out that page range. For example, let's say it goes on connectivity 40. Let's say it's 47. It starts. Let's say, right. And it goes, let's say, I'm just using an example, wireless direct. Let's say it goes on, I'm using an example here. Let's say to page 51. Okay, so now you say, okay, it goes from 47 to page 51. What you're going to do is, you see a little print icon here? You're going to print. Don't click it right away. Give it a little chance to load up here. And make sure your print is off if necessary. Before you do anything, uncheck that there, because if you start it, it's going to go into your memory buffer, and it's going to spool up this stuff here. In other words, it's going to go into your printer's memory bank, whatever drive there, and it's going to store this information, and it's going to get ready to start executing the print. What you're going to do is click over here, and it even gives you an example. What you're going to do is you're going to type over here, very simple, 47 to 51. Now this is if you want to print that page range, okay? If you want to print the whole thing, that's totally up to you. When I sold a printer, I told the people, when I did the video, I said, I am not printing at 102 pages. That's totally up to you. And then the other suggestion is you could probably go to eBay and buy a booklet a lot cheaper than what it is to print and to use the ink. That's up to you. But this is if you want to have these particular print pages. So from 47 to 51, you could print it out if you decide to read it or you want a hard copy, fine. If not, just read it online, okay? And I believe you could expand this here. You can make the print bigger. If you look down at the lower right-hand corner here, you can make it bigger. Okay, so if you're a problem like me, well, I use reading glasses. I use glasses for reading. You can make it as big as you need to make it. You can make it super big, right? If you really want it, you can make it the whole size of the thing, and you can read it that way. I'm not making fun. I mean, I wear it for reading. So for me, I'm not laughing, right? This is the truth. This would even help me out as well. Because like I said again, I mean, the small print, I have a little problem with the small print, That's the problem with getting older. Your vision ain't the same. But yeah, and you could do that there. And this one here is you could fit the page, I guess if you want to read it that way, I mean, I can still look at this here, to be honest with you, but I like things a little bigger. So like this right now would be very comfortable for me to read it if I want to read it online. Okay, and that's another way of saving ink and saving paper. So you don't have to do that there. All right, so I'm just going to close this video out. I don't know how long it's going to take, folks. It's probably going to be long, and I do apologize. But again, folks, I love sharing information with you guys, and I know I ramble on and stuff like that. But there's nothing more in this world that makes me happy is that by helping people out. And if I could share information with you guys where you could save money, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep putting these videos out. And I hope that you guys get a takeaway from it, and you can learn something from it, and you can use it to your benefit, where it's going to help you out. I would love to see people, prosper in this business. But the most important thing in this day and age, I'm being very frugal and conservative. That money is like my father used to say, money is easy to spend and hard to make. My dad, God rest his soul, he had a hard job back in the day. He worked for the U.S. Postal Service before he transferred to a different area. But when he first got in there, he was a mail handler. And he was telling me, when I was a little kid, young kid growing up, and I said, Dad, what do you actually do in your job? And he said, well, because I broke into the field, into that line of work with the Postal Service through mail handling, because at the time I guess those were the positions that were open up, and you had a family to support. You do what you got to do to support the family, and he did that. He was telling me that it's hard work, and he said in the wintertime you froze, and in the summertime you died with the heat. But he said it was he worked 8 hours a day. He worked a 4 to 12 shift, and he said, Rich, he goes, we had tractor trailers come in, 50-foot tractor trailers, the U.S. Postal Service he worked for, filled to the top with canvas bags, about 45 pounds, maybe 40 to 50 pounds or something like that, something like that range there. And his job was to take them out of the truck. For people who don't know what a mail handler is, that's what it is. And he would put on a conveyor belt, and it gets shot into the office in there, and then the letter carriers, or the sorters, I think they have different positions there, they would sort the mail out, be cased out, casing employees. They would go open the bags up and take the mail out. All day. He said, I go, well, how's your brakes in between? He goes, with no brakes. When one tractor trailer pulled out, another one came in. And back then, you would get 2 50-minute coffee breaks and a half hour for lunch. So my dad, he provided for our family. Thank God, that was a good job. Later on, he transferred into security with the U.S. Postal Service until his retirement, and it paid off. Things have changed back then. Back when he was in there, before they instituted a changeover, it used to be 20 years of service where you could retire. Then it changed, and it didn't work for him because he was still too young to retire at the time, and he didn't have the time in. They changed it to 65. I think you had to work until you're 65 till before you put in. He got a great pension and stuff like that, no doubt about it. And he was able to provide for our family. So we're very grateful to God for that, that he had a good job like that. I mean, in the beginning it was hard, it was hard work. But you do what you got to do to, help your family out. You got a house, kids, you got to provide for. And it was hard work, but he did it. And, God rest his soul. He's, no longer with us. But at the same time, though, he did teach us to be frugal. He brought me and my brother and my sister up to be very conservative, watch your spending, and save whatever you can save, And the other thing is, another saying is, it's not how much you make, it's how much you save. If you're a person that you could, I could say squirrel away, or put money aside. If you could put like a $10 or $15 bill a week or $20 a week away, and you say that, put that away every week for 52 weeks, you'll have a nice little nest egg at the end of the 52 weeks. But again, it all depends on how conservative you are and how you've got a frugal mind. Me, on the other hand, I remember my father used to say his thing was, you ever hear people saying, I want to upgrade or update things? And I remember telling my father about that day one time. I wanted to get something off his electronic thing. And he said, do you really need it? He goes, what's wrong with the other one? I go, there's nothing really wrong. I just wanted to upgrade. He goes, yeah, but if it works, keep it. That's that old saying. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I grew up with that. Growing up in that mindset, it keeps me today. I'm very conservative. I only buy things out of necessity. I will not buy things, and it drives me crazy when I hear people say they buy things to say it's nice to have. Well, folks, there's nothing wrong with that, and to some point, but to buy stuff and say it's nice to have and you're never going to ever use it, all you did was tie that money up, depending how much it is, okay? Whenever you hear people say, oh, I buy it because it's nice to have, it's good to have for emergency. Look, I can understand if you're in an area like, we're in the northeast of New York here, the East Coast here, and we have storms and stuff like that every now and then. I can understand if you said, I'm going to go out and buy an economical generator, so if we do lose power, it'll, let's say the generator is $300 or $400, and you say, I'm going to put it in a shed, and if we ever run out of electricity, I have this there. If that you say that's nice to have, yeah, I can understand something like that. But to have a computer, let's say like I got an HP laptop, I bought it at Walmart for $300. Yeah, the new one's got more memory, they got more bells and whistles like that. Does the other one work? Well, it works, right? Why buy another one? Why tie up another $300, $400, $500? Even though they're cheap at Walmart, you can get an updated laptop for pretty reasonable prices. I mean, well, they go a little higher, but I'm saying if you want something with a little more bells and whistles, a little more power, memory, storage, whatever, you can get one like that for a decent price. But why buy it? Why buy it if the other one's working? If you could do the same functionality, yes, there may be certain things that the old one might have. Maybe it's got limited memory. Maybe it's got limited, storage. Okay, you could do one or two things. You could see if it can be upgraded. Maybe you could put a bigger hard drive in there, or maybe you could see if the memory, it's got memory slots. Maybe you could boost up your memory, if it's expandable, okay? But do things of that nature, a little cheaper. But to go out and buy new stuff or say, well, I upgrade because it's nice to have, you're tying money up. Same thing with my camera. I had a digital camera. I did a video on this once before. I had a Sony digital CyberShot 3.3 megapixel camera, and one day, it was a hot summer day out here, very humid. I was taking outdoor pictures, and I noticed my LCD screen, it's only yay big, was starting to get staticky. And I said, oh, geez, you could still take pictures. You just couldn't see if they came out clear or not. That was the problem. So I said, oh, forget it. I had to stop the photo shoot that day because that's the only camera I had. I wasn't about to buy another one. That camera back in 2002 or 2003 cost me $600. I was not going to spend another $600 to buy a camera. So what I did was I contacted Sony support, the tech support, and I said, look, can you guys fix these cameras? They said, yeah, you can send it to, Sony has a repair shop, I think, whatever, they do repairs, I think in Lubbock, Texas or something like that. I think it's that the name. And I go, well, how much is that's going to cost? And he goes, well, you have a flat fee, this back then, I have a flat fee of $150. I go, well, suppose you can't fix it, because we send it back and you don't get charged for it, something like that. But most likely they're gonna fix it, right? So anyway, he goes, with that price there, he goes, we replace, if it's a screen or whatever, we clean it out, we make sure we test everything that's functional or whatever, and before we send it back to you. So I said, okay, give me the information, give me the where to send it to. I packed it up, made sure that they was packed up, bubble wrapped or whatever, sent it off to them. Maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, I got it back. Thing was like brand new. I have it today. I still, if you look at eBay, on my listings, all those pictures that you see are all taken with that Sony CyberShot camera. Sony and Panasonic, my favorite electronics. Those are my two favorite things I love. I love Sony and Panasonic. And as far as the computers, I had a Sony laptop. I didn't recently buy one, but I kind of like, I still get me wrong, I still love Sony. I still have a Sony digital camera I use, that does digital videos. I still have that. I bought that around the same time. So I'm not going to ever get rid of my Sony products. But in regards to computers, Macs are nice. The Apple computers are nice. Very pricey, some of them. But right now, I am an HP man. I have all HP stuff. I got an HP laptop, my printers, the webcam I'm talking to you right now on is an HP. It cost me a nice little buck for that webcam. It does pretty good pictures, video. And but that's it. That's basically what I have. And the thing is, like I said again, folks, today it's all about saving the dollar bill. You have to. Everything's expensive. There are people out there, people that are up there, upper class, that have the cash to do it. Maybe it don't bother them as much, but for me, I'm very, like I said again, I'm very conservative. And with my money saving, my ideas, I want to pass these money saving ideas or tips on to you guys out there to just try to help you out, And that's what I said earlier. That's what this YouTube channel is all about. It's to help you guys out there. And if you like the content and you do get a takeaway from it and you think it's helpful to you, please, like I said before in my other videos, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you want to hear me talk about different topics, like I said earlier, please, let me know. And if you got questions, or if you do look at my old videos, I've had this happen too. I noticed that it's been happening frequently though, but kind of, And people are looking at my old videos and asking questions. If it was a clock radio, let's say I sold a clock radio, how do you set the time? How do you adjust the time? Or do this, that? Now, a lot of stuff I get is not mine when it comes to the stuff on eBay. Some stuff may be, and I may tell you if I'm doing a sneak peek or a demo or an intro video, I may say, well, this is my personal camera or my personal clock radio, and this is, then I can tell you a little, I can expand a little on because I got the manuals because I bought it brand new. But when it comes to buying stuff from thrift stores, yard sales, whatever, I don't have manuals. I don't have stuff like that. I can't, I'm not that versed on that item, so I have to do my own research and look it up. But for example, somebody asked about something else. It was a clock radio I sold, and how do you adjust the time on this and that? I told him, I said, I don't have, it's not my personal item. I don't have any manuals to give you. If I did, I would sell it with it, of course. And I tell them where, I point them in direction. Here's the website. You can still get the user guide, whatever, your owner's manual. And you can read it online or you can print it out. And I'll direct people to that. And that's how I do things. If you message me or comment me on a particular topic or a subject or whatever it may be, if I don't have the answer to you, for you, I will get that answer for you. Okay, I will help you out in the best way I can. Okay, if I can't help you, I'll make sure I do my due diligence to get that information out to you. Okay, but I want you to know, folks, I'm here for you. Okay, that's what this YouTube channel is all about. I'm here for you. I want to share information. I know there's a lot of great YouTube creators out there that are putting out great content. My channel, on the other hand, is going to be more of I want it to be more open, diverse. I want to talk about different topics. It's not going to always be one particular thing. At one point, I was doing reseller news, and I'm still going to do the reseller news. And that's all it was about, reseller news. And in between, I would talk about different things. I kind of break up that news segment with different topics at times. But I said to myself, this is why I changed it. I changed it from reseller news to everyday vlogging with Rich Pasini. Because for a simple reason, I want to talk about different things. It keeps content fresh, It's like, if you go to a restaurant, you don't want to eat the same meal every time you go to the same restaurant, You go to the same restaurant, but you want to eat different meals. On the same channel, but you want to hear different content, right? You don't want to even talk about the same thing. Oh, here we go again. This guy's noted for the reseller news. It's good. I put out good content with that. I did get responses with that there. People do respond to the stuff I put out there in reseller news. But it's nice to have a variety. What do they say? Variety is the spice of life? Or something along that line, right? It's nice to have different things there, different topics. And it keeps it interesting. Keeps the person wanting to come back, Because you never know what I'm going to do a topic on. But I will assure you this. I will say this, okay? On this channel, okay? Now, there may be some cases where it may come up, but in a nice little subtle way. I won't, what do you call it there? Harp on the content, on the subject, or expand too much on that topic. But I don't discuss religion and politics. And there's no profanity on this channel. And as far as crazy antics, I do like to kid around, like the kibitz and stuff like that. You may see me do a video I might just conjure up spontaneous. I might just do something like showing you different trick things you could do with the software I use, whatever, or something along that line. But it's not going to be crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see me jumping off of buildings or hang gliding or, riding motorcycles and stuff like that. I don't do that type of stuff. There are people out there that like to do those things, and that's fine. You know, I wish us all the best. Be careful if you're doing things like that. That's all I can say. On this channel, I do not do those type of things. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I like to keep this channel for all intents and purposes of what it's all about, and that again is to help people out. But anyway, without rambling on, I don't know how long this video is going to take. It's probably going to be a long video, and I apologize, folks, but please try to understand. I can't conjure all this stuff up in 15 minutes. People said, well, you can, but I don't want to do like, you know, it keeps like, you know, jumping from one to the other. I wish I could do stuff like that. I'm still learning the tricks here, the ropes here with YouTube and creating videos. I don't know all the little, you know, the little ins and outs with the software I'm using. I love Filmora. I still got to learn how to use it. You know, the newer versions. I find them a little off for me. I mean, I had to learn to use it. I like to learn things. I like to pace myself when I learn things. I don't want to just delve right into it. You know, people say you learn through trials and error, but I want to learn it. I want to step back and digress it all, but my way, where it's going to be for me, where I'm going to absorb that information and knowledge. I'm still learning with it. Believe it or not, I am still learning with it. But yeah, but that's what I want to do, though, folks. And it's hard for me to, like I said again, I can't do videos that short, you know. And I apologize for that, folks. But you know, if you're going to explain things to people, I don't want to explain something and then jump to a different subject. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys out there to know what I'm talking about, and that's the only way I'm going to do it. Like, you know, I know they last long, the videos are long, but if you could take, you know, some time out of your day to watch them, I think you'll get something out of it. I hope you do anyway. I really do. I hope you like the content I put out. I hope you like me. I hope you think the information's good. And I'm just going to close it out again. If you do like this video, you like, you know, what I'm talking about, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And also hit that bell notification icon if you want to be updated. Like I said, folks, it's going to be different topics. So I hope you're into. You know, hearing me talk about different things, because it's not going to be the same old thing again over and over again. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it fresh. So please keep that in mind. Anyway, today's January 6th. It's Sunday. I know tomorrow's work for a lot of people. I wish you guys to enjoy the rest of the weekend. Over here in New York, I think it's supposed to get sunny. Yesterday was a dreary day, all raining and stuff. It was kind of like blasé day and stuff. It's cold too on top of that, but it looks like the sun's breaking out. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Until next time, guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.